It's said that many a Nord's first nourishment is a nip of mead. Even before tasting their mother's milk, mead is in their blood as much as it's in their drinking horn, and everyone has their favorite variety. So grab your favorite drinking buddy. You'll be a lot happier and a lot warmer with a belly full of mead. Welcome back to Dungeons and Chronics Kitchen. Today what we're gonna do is mead from the Skyrim cookbook, Elder Scrolls official cookbook. So we have here the ingredients you need. Some of these ingredients you might have to order unless you have a specialty food, health food store, like the lavender, the yarrow, the rose hip, and the hibiscus. Other than that, anything else you'll find in the local store. So we're gonna do some mead. So we'll be doing this is like a 2-for-1. We'll be doing 2 kinds of mead, which is the honey brew mead and the blackberry mead. Honey brew mead, known throughout Skyrim as its finest mead outside of Sovngarde. Honey Brew's reputation is well known and deserved, pulling ingredients from their own hives and surrounding meadows. Perfectly balanced and brewed, revered far and wide, except near Riften, of course. Blackbriar mead. Although the recipe has been closely guarded, everything has its price. The honey comes from Golden Glow Estate, and when combined with the other ingredients make a fruity mead that's a little dark and moody, just like the entire Blackbriar family. So this is what it should look like at the end. This is honey brewed mead, and this is Blackbriar mead. Okay, so the ingredients call for 8 cups of water, 2 cups, and this is for each. 8 cups of water, 2 cups of honey, 1 packet of yeast each. So the additional ingredients for the honey brewed mead is 1 tablespoon of culinary lavender, half a red apple, which is that shiny, beautiful apple right there, and 1-inch ginger, fresh, peeled and sliced thin. And for Blackbriar mead, the additional ingredients is 6 ounces crushed blackberries. You see the blackberries right there. 1 to 2 tablespoons of rose hip, which is this right here. Tablespoon, 1/2 teaspoon of ground clove, which is right here in the little blue thing. I already ground it up. And a cinnamon stick and a dash of salt. You know, I'm gonna tweak these recipes a little bit, just like you should, to your liking. So I'm gonna make it a little more than 8 cups. So I'm gonna have to add additional 1 or 2 cups of honey. Okay, real quick before I forget to mention, the first thing you wanna do if you wanna make some wine or some mead, you gotta get yourself a nice bottle to ferment it in. I got me a 1-gallon carboy, and you need a airlock so it can let the gases out and don't let no byproduct in, so your glass, your bottle won't blow up. I got this from a company called let me see if I remember, North Mountain Supply, and it came with 4 4 1-gallons with the top and the airlock. Let me see. I got an airlock over here so I can show you what it is. Just in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sure somebody knows what I'm talking about. This is an airlock. Once you do the mead and put the yeast and everything, this goes on the top of your jug to cover it and let some of the gases out. And like I said, don't let no bacteria or bugs in your meat so it won't ruin it. Okay, we got our water in. If it's best to use spring water. If you don't have spring water, I suggest you boil the water. But before you do anything, you let the water cool down to room temperature, first of all, because the bottle, and second of all, when you add the yeast, if the water's too hot, it'll kill the yeast and you won't make any mead. So the first step is 2 cups of honey and 1 pack of yeast. So let's add our honey in. Like I said, 2 cups of honey is for 8 cups of water. But this is this is more than 8 cups of water. This is about 16 cups of water, 14. So we're gonna use about 3.5 cups of honey. So I'm gonna add the honey in. I'm gonna mix it up and we'll be right back. I just wanted to show you guys, we added honey, about 4 cups of honey. We're about to add 4 cups of honey to this one. This is just honey water. We're gonna add the yeast, shake it up to activate it, give it like a little 5 minutes while it's activating, and then add the rest of the ingredients. So here we go, we got both of them with the honey in. With all the ingredients, even the stuff I had to order online, even with the bottles, the carboys with the air locks, the most expensive thing to make this is the honey, especially the way the economy is now. So the most expensive thing out of everything, the ingredients and even the equipment, is the honey. I just wanted to mention that. So the recipe calls for 1 pack of yeast. I don't have a pack of yeast. I don't use like wine yeast or any fancy stuff like that. It's just store-bought yeast. As long as you don't buy the fast active one, you should be fine. So it calls for 1 pack of yeast, but since I tweaked it and made it a little more, put like a pack and a half, which is about 4 teaspoons. So we're gonna put 4 teaspoons of yeast in each of these. And see how that goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We got 4 in each. We're gonna close this, shake it up real quick, and let it activate for a little while before we add the rest of the ingredients. Now that we got our yeast and honey in, we're gonna put our other ingredients. We're gonna do the honey brewed mead here first, which is only 1, 2, 3 ingredients. It calls for 1 tablespoon of culinary lavender, half a red apple, and 1-inch ginger peeled and sliced thin. So we're gonna get ginger, lavender, and apple in this one. So let me chop that up. So we're gonna put our lavender in first. It's asking for 1 tablespoon. But since I tweaked it, I'm gonna put about 2, 1.5. Well, this is strong. I'll leave it at 1.5. The lavender, you could overwhelm it with the lavender. Lavender in. I make tea with this lavender too. Okay, it asks for 1/2 apple and 1 inch of thinly sliced ginger. Here goes the apple and the ginger. I don't peel the apple. I even leave it with the seeds because I'm gonna strain all this out in 2 weeks. I'm gonna take out the ingredients and let it ferment for another 2 months. You have to make sure with this, because this builds up pressure, so you have to make sure you leave some room. If it goes too high, I suggest you empty out some of the liquid, because this could, you know, potentially explode if you're not careful. It asks for 1/2 apple if you're making it with 8 cups of water. But I doubled it, so I put a whole apple. And here goes the thinly sliced, I'm having technical difficulty talking. Thinly sliced cut ginger. With this, you try to make sure you always wash your hands and don't touch too much, because you don't want to get any foreign bacteria inside your mead. We're gonna shake this up and add the ingredients for the blackberry mead. Okay, for blackberry mead, it's asking for 6 ounces of crushed blackberries, 2 tablespoons of dried rosehip, which is this, 1/2 teaspoon of ground clove, which I already got, and 1 cinnamon stick and a dash of salt. So we're gonna add our rosehip. We're gonna double up because I doubled up on the water. And we're gonna double up on all the ingredients. It says 1 cinnamon stick, we're gonna add 2. It said 2 tablespoons of rosehip, we added 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's alright. I like it spicy, and the cinnamon will give it a kick. Let's cover this. Add our teaspoon of ground. Yeah, I'm sorry I sounded a little bit confused. It's because I had some, I had to have ground clove, and I had already ground it and put it in the measuring thing and stilled it. So that's why I was a little confused. But here we go. I didn't have ground cloves. I thought I did. But, you know, I have my mortar, so I always could grind any ingredients that I have that's a little more fresher. So we're going to add this in. And there we go. I got to look at this video to see if I added in extra ground clove. If I did, it's fine. But we're gonna shake this up, and that's gonna be it. So now it's not gonna be it. We're gonna shake this up. We're gonna put the airlock. You gotta put it in a cool place. That's not gonna get too hot. You know, I suggest you put some kind of cloth under it, just in case you get any spillage. Keep an eye on it. I may have to empty this one a little bit because of the apples and stuff. It's got it kind of high. Since this one don't have it, you see it's a little lower. But so now what your next step is putting the airlocks. Let me get the air. So we're back. We got the airlocks. Here go the airlocks with the little rubber corks. You have to put liquid in here. You know, water. You could put the cleaning water solution, and you could put liquor if you want. You know, I usually put liquor, but I don't have any liquor at the moment. So we're gonna put the airlock in. Try to put it as tight as you can. Cover it. It should be making bubbles if the yeast is active. This is old yeast, so this might be an epic fail for me. But the yeast might not be activated yet, so it takes a little while too. But usually it bubbles up. I see this one giving a couple of bubbles. Yeah, that's how you know it's that the yeast is activated. This thing here should be bubbling up. So like I said, this may be an epic fail. But if so, I'll just get some fresh yeast and just redo it and put it. I'll mention it in the video if that's the case or not. So right now what you do is you store this in a cool, dark place, you know, for about 2 weeks. Oh, I seen the bubble. I seen the bubble. For about 2 weeks, and then you could take out the ingredients. But this has to stay fermenting here about, I would say, for no less than 3 months before you bottle it. And then maybe leave it bottled for another cup. Oh, another bubble, yeah. So I'm really pleased with that because I see the bubble on this one. I seen one here when I first put it, but I've seen already a few here, so that's cool. Maybe give this one a couple of shakes. Oh, oh, it's so quickly. I can smell the apples and the ginger and the honey. Holy smokes. So this will be 3 months in the making. So I'll give you a couple of updates here and there. You know, I'm sorry I don't have no crafting videos. A matter of fact, if you stood, I didn't put the blackberries. Good thing. I just seen. It's not gonna be blackberry mead without the blackberry. So let's toss some of these blackberries in real quick. And if you stood with me this long, I'm gonna have a little bonus for you guys. Something I should have showed you a long time ago. So I'm not too far into it and I've been otherwise occupied, but I'm gonna show you real quick once I get all these blackberries in here. Thank goodness, I just checked it out and I seen it's the most important part of the ingredients of blackberry mead. Blackberry. Okay, we're gonna drop these in here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys. If you want me to make anything from cooking wise from Skyrim, or Elder Scrolls, you can comment, and if it's in the cookbook, I'll definitely give it a shot. They got Horka loaf. Of course, they got sweet roll, and you know, a couple of other things that are popular in the Skyrim game. So I'm gonna give this another shake and put the airlock back in. There we go. There we go. Okay, now look at that. Beautiful. Oh. One last blackberry. I'm gonna eat that one. Yummy. I've done these before. I think I've done all of them. Even the skooma, which is not a wine, it's more like a liquor. And they come out pretty good. I mean, I like them. So being that you've been here, just give me 1 second. I want to show you something real quick. This is the Epic Built Castle. So this is how I gotten so far. I bricked up all this building. I got the windows done on that side. The door already. Door's not glued, it's just in place. And starting to do the framework of the window. Once I do the framework, like I said, I'm gonna try to make this a balcony and have these doors open. And this window might be just like those with the little frame in there. So, thank you for being here. Have a good day, good night, good evening. Enjoy, be safe, get the cooking, and get the crafting.